The Sunday Dinner Chef will make you feel fine. Sit down, let's have a drink and enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I am Tom, the Sunday Dinner Chef. How's everybody doing? Here we go. Well, it is Sunday. It is hot as hell out here in Vegas. So, just going to be chatting a little bit, not going to be on too long. What's going on? It's going to be a busy week for me. I got a couple, I got a collab I got to do with, I think it's a Coupe de Grill. That's a pretty cool name. I don't know if anybody or anyone is subscribed to him that I know. He sent me an email, and I said, hell yeah, I'll be glad to do it. That's what's missing, I think, a little bit more of us doing collaborations together and stuff. I kind of like that kind of stuff, but in the same token, though, that's how you meet people. You open up the window a little bit more as far as collaborations and stuff. Now, also today, I just posted not too long ago on my other channel, Fire Cook Eat Repeat. Now, I'm doing a cookbook. Now, what I'm doing is I'm going to be doing a digital cookbook before I can get it printed. All right. I'm still negotiating a couple things with how about going about this right here. So, but the whole premise of that is I'm going to be putting up 12 different recipes. I'm going to make a digital cookbook first, and if it picks up, then I'm going to continue from a lot of stuff from back in the past, from when when I had the restaurant and stuff like that. So I'm trying to keep it to the point where it's new recipes and do it in a little bit different way, and I want the public to name it. All right, and then what I'll do is I'm going to put it up for a vote on a live, and we're going to come up with different names of people that leave on there. You guys are going to vote on it, and whoever it is that will put their name, their channel, alongside the dish. Just something to keep everybody together a little bit. So I'm kind of happy with that. But today's one was it was a tough one. The heat, like I said, was 109 degrees, and I'm telling you, wow, boy, I'm telling you, it was a tough day today. Matter of fact, I was going to do some grilling, but it's too hot, way too hot. Daddy Dutch, what's up, brother? How you doing? Hope everything is going okay. I know you got your truck going, your trailer. Looks good, man. It really looks really good. Wow. Okay. Gonna change so for 7 hours. Wow, storm day. Yeah, I heard about that also. 80-mile-an-hour winds. That's the way it used to get down in Florida when I was there. I came in off the Gulf. Boy, that's some crazy, crazy stuff. So, Dutch, you doing okay with your food truck? It looks good, man. I wish you well. I would hope that it takes off for you, because I know it's a lot of work. Uh, just doing that alone, trying to get it right, and then making sure everything is good for the whole time. So um, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Let's see here. Now, okay, so getting back to what I'm doing. Uh, I am trying to get this other channel off the ground. There again, I'm only doing it once a month, but it's for the cookbook. I don't want people to get involved and help me out with it, because I am actually, I need some different names, funny, whatever it is, but it's um, different types of recipes that I do. Some off the wall, but most of it's very easy for people to catch on and make it themselves. Hey Jen, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I really do appreciate it. And let's see here. You got it, Dutch. I tell you what, my hat's off to you, because you know what? Today's market, the way the food prices and stuff are, uh, my hat's off to you, brother. And I know it's good food also, because you're pretty good on that griddle there myself too there. And let's see. I think it's a cool idea with the cookbook. Yeah, you know, I'm thinking about, how can I, not just with the regular channels that I have, but to start something different that, you know what, once a month, it's not really in my way to, to do or work with it or whatever. But it's something, get everybody involved with because I'm going to do, like I said, I sort of started it late. I should have started it back in January, but just thinking about coming up with another channel. And I'm retired, so I got the time to do it. Food prices may get in the way a little bit, but you know what? I can get around that also. I'm not worried about it. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty cool, Jen. Let's see. What else is going on? Well, like I said, today was going to be, I'm not going to cook. Yeah, maybe I will. My wife looks at me and she said, "You're completely nuts. You're a complete whack job when it comes to this." So sometimes the best things are just shoot from the hip and let it go. And I got to tell you, it came out well. So that channel right there is it is Fire Cook Eat Repeat. Now that used to be my music channel because I played in the band, and that was where I used to download all my music and rehearse to. So I sort of stopped doing that, and now what I'm doing is I am put another food channel, another cooking channel on there. So keeps me moving. But let's see what else we got going here. Let me look at the chat here. Okay, just got a couple in. Sunday nights, I normally by this time of night I'm kicking back, relaxing a little bit, and but I figured, you know what, let me go on because this channel right here needs some watch hours. The subscribers are there, just getting some of the watch hours in, and I know Google, YouTube, they're getting kind of crazy now with how they're taking the watch hours because every day. Now this started a year and a half ago, this channel, and every day, whatever you had from the start till now, they take away. Okay, so you got to keep earning the watch hours. It's crazy, but you know what? I enjoy doing it. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I just had a friend from Canada, and he was on with another guy. He was doing a live, and he was on with another guy, and they were talking back and forth about how the community, it's nice to have draw from each other, you know what I mean? And I told him one guy, I said, I got 4 channels. I said, I'm going to subscribe to your channel. He's just starting out, and that's the big help. That's what you want, especially doing YouTube here. It's tough. So last night with Granny and Grumpus and everybody and Mona, Jen, I was really surprised that how knowledgeable you were with the keto, with doing keto and stuff like that. And it's, you know what, it was kind of refreshing to hear because not everybody. And when I first started this here, I was not laughed at, but I was sort of like put a push in the corner. Yeah, that's a fad. That'll pass by and this and that. Actually saved my life. That's how much I got into it. So then when I started this channel, Tom Garvey, the Keto Cook, was all about nothing but keto. And there again, I don't preach about it. I just show you what you can cook. How easy it is. You don't have to go crazy looking for, what am I going to make? What am I going to make? It's very simple. Just eat clean food. Lay off the starch, pasta, any kind of sugars and stuff like that, and you're good to go. This channel, okay, comes back from my years back in the restaurant business, okay? And the thing about that is we had a pretty well thriving restaurant going on. It's a seafood restaurant, steaks and seafood. Now it's a long history that came from the background, was because it was also a rock and roll club when we first started back in the early '70s, and I played in the band. So my brother wanted to make it into a restaurant or Italian restaurant, whatever it was, and I said, no. It right now at that time back in New Jersey, and I'm talking like 73, 74. The state dropped the drinking age to 18, from 21 to 18. And I told my brother, no, 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 no. This is prime time. There's no place for my generation to go out and do any kind of any kind of hanging out places to go to and stuff like that. So we were the first band that played there, the band I was in, and then it just took off from there. We had I keep boasting about it. It was Twisted Sister was there. We had Edgar and Johnny Winter played there. I mean, a whole host of different. Rick Derringer, who just passed away, he played there, and so it was really really quite the place. Then we sold it, okay, and I would think when the first time we sold it, we went to a like a cowboy joint, or there were a bunch of cowboy type of entertainment and stuff there. They kept it for a year or two, and then we got it back. And then my brother says to me, "What do you want to do?" I says, "Well, let's kick into the seafood, okay?" We were doing lobsters, lobsters, shrimp, scallop, you name it, we were doing it. But the mainstay was lobster. So we sort of went into that, and it took off. It really, really well took off. So that was my go-to. The seafood and stuff like that. But this channel here, I wanted to get into cooking stuff that I did in the past, showing people how to cook and stuff like that. Because the only reason why I did that was I looked at the keto channel and also this channel here, and most of my viewers were between 25 and 35. I was like taken back about that because normally, I was thinking like maybe old geezers like me, sit back and watch whatever and reminisce and back in the day, you remember that? Anyway, it turned out to be that my grandson's 22 years old. Matter of fact, his birthday's next week. He'll be 23, which is shocking to me. But anyway, he said to me, "Pop, you look like you're rushing through to get to the end of it. I don't know how to cook," he said, and I wish you would break it down a little bit more and show me. And that put like a light bulb went off in my head. And Grumpus, okay, my good friend Grumpus, he said to me, "Calm down. You're putting out some good stuff, and not to throw anything at me, but he said, slow down. Explain yourself a little bit more." And I was kind of thrilled to get that kind of feedback because I originally thought doing YouTube, take the camera, video it, and put it up. Didn't know you had to edit. Didn't know you had to do all this other stuff. So yeah, it was quite the experience going through it. But I had the experience with the keto channel, and there again, I did most of my videos were, with some seafood and stuff. And I'm kind of taken back that not many people. Not that many people do seafood. There's not a lot of videos out there about seafood and stuff. So, hey buddy, how you doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in. And that's the Growth family. Let's see. It would be nice to see all the things. I'm trying to do this a little bit more methodically on this channel here. Trying to get it to the point where it's. I'm going to show you. I don't want to become boring with it, but in the same token, like this right now, this live, I think is a little boring. But the whole idea is trying to show people, hey, this is how you can do this. This, ways of getting around the high prices of food and stuff like that. It's really easy. Okay, everybody saying hello to one another. Let's see. Who are you talking about? Me? I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. Oh, no kidding. What part of Long Island? I'm originally from New Jersey. My folks were actually from Manhattan, So, and that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Thanks for coming in. So there again, getting back to what I'm doing here is I'm trying to move it along a little bit. Now here's where it rubs. Okay, I'm type 2 diabetic, and on the keto channel I have no problem cooking it and doing what I want. This channel here, I make my homemade pastas and stuff like that. So everybody says, well, you're kind of it's kind of hypocritical to watch you make that kind of stuff, and you're eating, but yet on the other channel you're showing people how to eat low carb and stuff like that. I said, well, you got to understand, when when I make this stuff, my wife, there's nothing wrong with her. She is just flat out okay, no problems, no medications whatsoever, and so she eats most of the stuff. I only make little portions of it, but I was making breads and stuff like that. I was tasting it, but then I ran into a little bit of a difficulty. So let's see here. So anyway, that's exactly what I'm doing on this channel here. I'll make breads and everything else like that. So to Rochester to handle some paperwork. We'll be moving in. Okay, upstate New York. We had a hunting cabin up in Stratford, New York, right up in the Adirondacks. It was pretty cool up there. There again, I couldn't do it now. Yeah, Jen, that right there is the problem. But you have the haters out there. I mean, it just comes about, no matter what they see in your eyes and stuff like that. I had one lady the other day send me a message about I made something with tomatoes. Okay, cut up some plum tomatoes and stuff like that, and she said, "Oh, aren't you worried about the lectins?" And oh God Almighty, please. The whole idea is we're talking about me of how I eat, okay, and trying to show the way for somebody else to cook, okay, to help themselves out. All right. So you get them out there, and I don't argue with nobody. Okay, thank you. That's your opinion. You got to do what you got to do, and keep it plain and simple that way. But in the same token, for somebody who is, I feel bad for people right now that dealing with the prices of foods. Okay. Also, if you're on any kind of a diet or trying to watch, the carbs and the sugars and stuff like that, to me, they're up against the wall because there is so much misinformation out there. It's horrible. It really is horrible. There was a thing not too long ago, and I sort of called them out on it. You got to eat grass-fed ribeyes to be on a carnivore diet. No, you don't. I'm sorry, but you don't. And our systems are so used to eating corn-fed, finished, corn-finished beef and stuff like that. Even as far as like pork and stuff like that, chicken. Oh, yeah, I just eat chicken. Well, free range. How do you know that chicken's free range? How do you know that? Here's the thing. If all the cows that they're telling you, okay, all the beef, the steer and stuff, all they're telling you right now is that this has got to be grass-fed. You know the devastation a herd of cattle can put on grass? Okay? It's amazing. So the logic is not there. It's just completely nuts what the false information and stuff that we get. If you just eat clean, stay in your normal routine, you're going to be fine. I got so much better for you. Pete. Well, I tried to help a lady out a while back. She would send me, I'm going to start it tomorrow. Give me a rundown. I did a lot of work on it as far as bringing out what you should start with, how to start, going through the whole routine. The second post she hit me with was these fat bombs. I see people eating fat. I know you don't want to do that stuff right there. Too early, way too early. So unbelievable. Guggen, my man, what's going on? Nice to see you. How's that little one doing? Boy, I tell you what, she must be getting big. She how old? 10 years old already? That's pretty cool. if everybody, please check out Guggen, his channel. Great guy, really good guy. Time for a shower in bed. I'm hoping. Yeah, we're doing good. Thank you, Dutch. Take care of yourself. I'll be in touch with you. Have a good night. Everybody saying hello, hello, hello. This was just a pop-up. I had no... I need to get watch hours on this channel, so I just figured I'd jump up and see who pops in. No big deal. I might probably not going to be up long. I tell you what, we had a good night last night. We laughed pretty good with Granny and Grumpus and Mona. Yeah, and and they're not good for you. I mean, they're just peanut butter's not good. So I know a lot of people. Say, contradict me on that. Well, no, peanut butter's. You can eat peanut butter. It's good for you. It's a legume, and it turns into high. Just to eat raw peanut butter. If you ever had raw peanut butter, it's kind of bland and has a foul taste to it. So they do add some kind of sugars to it and stuff like that. So there again, I'm a type 2 diabetic, and I got to be really careful about all that side stuff that they put in. It's just crazy. Good, and she's doing well. About to turn 2. My God. But the time just flies. Nice. Nice. Proud of you, AJ. Good job. Good job. Yeah, 2-year-old, she might need a brother, So, anyway, I was involved with what do you call Monument Grills, and they wanted to send me. I did some cooking for them back in March out at the show here at the the National Hardware Show, and they sent me. They wanted what kind of grill did I want? Okay, I could have had my choice of whatever I wanted, but I picked a little 22-inch because that's where I can fit on my balcony. So I've been doing a little bit of stuff for them, making. I'm trying to make different stuff other than hamburgers, hot dogs, the normal. So yeah, you know what, AJ, it was great. I mean, we had other guys come in. I was there for 2 days with them, and we got some Wagyu beef out of Texas from Hassel Meats or Hassel Beef Company. Okay, and they're on the eastern part of Texas, and they sent us out a whole bunch of Wagyu flat meat and stuff like that, but it was frozen. So we got it early in the morning and trying to fire it up. I got to tell you something. All the different grills and stuff like that. It's a gas grill, but there again, it worked really well. It was a workhorse. It really was. We served close to 1,000 people. Okay, and the first day we went through, I think it was close to almost 500 pounds of beef that we did on his two grills, on the 605, and also I think it was the 4 something. Great grill, I'm telling. Great grill. So yeah, they've been really, really good with me. I don't know. We're gonna do some. I'm doing some other stuff with them right now, but I'm not sure about any more shows and stuff like that. Hey, I'm getting old, So yeah, it was a Grill Sergeant was there. He come passing by. Cooking with CJ was there, and I was glad to hear that he was on a keto and carnivore diet. He went on to. I was well, you're in the right place. But it was good. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Would I do it again? Yeah, probably. It was a lot of standing and stuff. And I tell you what, we got hit hard. We had a line wrapped around, and And what we did was we cooked this wagyu. I was cooked it on the grill, sliced it, and then I made a cowboy butter with it to go along with it. And that went well. Matter of fact, we went on. We were only supposed to be from 10 until 2. Well, we started at 9. Starting to put stuff out at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we ended up at 6 o'clock at night. That's how crazy that was. I mean, completely nuts. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Hey, I've been retired from the restaurant business for a while. That was nuts. And we had the one day it was just me and Chef John, and then I can't remember the guy's name, but he has a podcast type of thing on the internet. I can't remember his name right now. I'm sorry, but it was him. We went through the day, and he said, "Well, my ass is dreaded." Yes, sir. Yeah, you're right. You know what, Guggen? I never, ever in my life, ever cooked on a pellet grill. Never, ever. I'd like the opportunity one time just to try it because it looks pretty intriguing. And BL, how you doing, sir? Thanks for coming in. I really do appreciate it. You know what? And also what they did, this thing had the 605 that we were promoting, and then that's when the Eminence grill come out. That's their new stuff, their new model. That thing looks like a tank. But the 605 had 2 sear stations on it, and I tell you what, we worked them to death. And I tell you what, it held up, really held up. Usually you start getting grease, up in there. The design of it, the way all the grease dropped down into the trap and stuff like that, it was a pretty good sized trap, so it worked out well. There again, I'm not selling it. I don't get nothing for selling it, but the best thing is that I have a good working relationship with them, and it's going to continue as long as I can, hang in there. Rena LaRue, hello, how you doing? How you been? Okay, NBL. NBL's it hot by you? It was 109 today. Crazy, completely crazy. So therefore, I had that little grill, and I tell you what, that little thing, it's the G22. That little thing is a beast. Also, the temperature it holds. I mean, I got that thing up to almost 675, and I'm telling you, unbelievable. So you really got to be careful with that. But like I said, I'm trying to do other stuff than a nice steak with truffle butter. There you go. Yes, it is. Oh, you got a cold front coming in. The other day, 2 days in a row, was in the 90s. I mean, I was like outside. I was like, this is beautiful. 96, right? But it's going to get worse this week. They're talking like by Tuesday or Wednesday, 114 or some crap. But you know what? I can't complain because that's where I chose to live. So as long as the air conditioner holds up, I'm good. I even said to the property manager here, I said, "What happens if the air conditioner goes out and stuff like that?" She said, "There are plenty of casinos that have air conditioners." I said, "Oh boy." Let's see. Yeah, but anyway, getting back to the other channel, Fire Cook Eat Repeat. I just put one up today on that one. There again, it's a cookbook. I don't want to repeat myself, but I'm trying to get that thing off the ground. And also me and Marie now. We're going to start doing a little bit more on Seniors Food and Life. We're going to start doing a little bit more about different restaurants that we go to. I don't do any reviews on food or anything like that. Most of the places I've been to before. And we just go out and show that we're having a good time. Being, from playing in a band and music and stuff like that. I go support the restaurants and the taverns that support local music. So that's basically what that's all about. And some of the people that I played with before in and a couple of different bands and stuff. They're still going about it. They're going strong with it. So I like to keep that. You know, I'm old school when it comes to all that stuff. We went a couple of weeks ago. We went to the Italian American Club out here. I tell you, what a great night! It was fantastic. Food brought me right back to the East Coast again. But just the way people are acting and talking and stuff like that. It was a great night out. I got to be careful with sloshing down some booze because it's like 10 or 12 miles away from the house. I don't want to take any chances, so I just sort of limit myself to just one or two and call it a night. So, but it's great to get out about again. I was down for a while with my knee, and most of the videos that I make cooking, either I'm leaning up against the counter, or at one point when I did hurt my knee 2 years ago, Marie was actually holding. You couldn't see it, but she was actually holding me up by my pants so I can finish the cooking and stuff like that. So kind of crazy, the things you do, okay, for YouTube. But I tell you, it's keep me out of trouble. Let's put it that way. I don't know. How's everybody doing? What's going on with everybody for the 4th of July? I have a new friend, okay, that sent me an email and wanted to know if I would be interested in doing a collaboration called hashtag Sausage Party. So it would be from tomorrow until Friday, to the 4th, to do this, put a collaboration together. And I don't know if anybody knows him or not, but it's Coop de Grill. Seemed like a really nice guy, but he sent me an email, which I thought was kind of nice, and asking me if I would be interested in doing it. And I said, hell yeah. That's what it's all about, YouTube here. Keeping everybody together. Doing collaborations, getting to know one another, and spreading the word that way. In the beginning, I thought, when I first started doing this, I thought it was just people from the outside that were watching your channel. Okay? It's more people that have their own channels that are watching, okay, and looking into it. And that's how the word gets spread around. So, yeah, I was kind of, like I said, I'm busier than a one-armed paper hanger right now. But that's the thing. Getting to know other people and getting involved with them. Do you have to do it? No, you don't have to do it. But I think it's a good idea to, especially newer channels that are just starting out and stuff. I remember the struggles, going through it and trying to, hey, how you doing, and networking with everybody. A lot of work. Once you do your video, edit it, put it up, it don't stop. You got to just keep going with it and just keep going, keep going, keep going. So, yeah, I don't do fireworks there myself. And here, it's bizarre. From where I live on my balcony, I can look down, okay, and you can see the airport. Now, it's, a couple miles away. I can see the airport, and then I can see just like the beginning of the strip, okay? So I'm in Green Valley, and there's a casino right over here, the Green Valley Ranch, and they have their own fireworks. So that started. Out here, it goes to almost 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning with these things, And I have a couple people saying, "Oh God, my dog," and everybody's going crazy with it. No, it is. There again, I never thought I'd be bitching and moaning about it, but here I am, crying the blues about it. Completely crazy. Completely crazy. Yeah, so I got that going on. It's going to be coming up on Friday. That's from. Actually, I'm doing it on Thursday, so I have my podcast tonight at midnight, and I'm still with Adavair. Adavair is a vacuum sealing company. They sell vacuum seal bags. Great price on them. I also have something to do with Monument. Also, Wednesday I have my regular channel, Tom Garver the Keto Cook, and then Thursday this collaboration's coming up, and then Sunday I have another Sunday dinner chef stuff. So like I said, I'm busy in a one-arm paper hanger, so it's pretty good. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Not too many. I mean, out here, I don't know who picnics and stuff like that. I know a couple of the barbecue joints out here are doing a couple specials and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, it's freaking hot out here. And then, having people over and open up any kind of pit and doing any kind of barbecue and stuff like that, it's going to be hot. It's going to be, and this is the earliest that it's been this hot. Usually, it's 100, until you get into late July and into August and then into September. And then it's like a light switch at the end of September, and it gets right back cold again. So yeah, it gets kind of crazy. But like I said, I moved here. I don't looking to go nowhere. And then with the Seniors Food and Life, we're like I said, Marie's gonna do a little cooking on it. I want Marie to cook a little bit more on there, but we're definitely gonna go do some more restaurant bouncing. Some music and stuff like that. On that channel right there, I'm not that worried about copyright strikes or anything like that with music and stuff. If we ever do get monetized on that thing like that, then I'll just clip them and take them off. But it's kind of fun. It really is. Looking at it from a different perspective. Coming from the restaurant business, playing in a band, also, you turn around and look at it in a different way and say, "Wow, this is kind of crazy." Looking at my thing was when we were playing, all the people over talking. You can hear the crowd talking as you're playing. You know what I mean? And that used to piss me off a little bit until when last week we went to the Italian American Club, and the piano player I know real well, Nicholas Cole. He says to me, I said, "Don't you get mad at that?" He said, "Tom, that's music to my ears." He said, "Because that means people are here. They can do whatever the hell they want. I want to know I'm getting paid for it." So, okay. We had a little. Wow. Yeah, I mean, and this hit. I'm telling you, right early May, we had 108, 107. I'm saying, wow, something's going on. You know. Mr. Lunacy, what's up, brother? How you been? Hey, Al, I was back and forth watching that one you did about the Texas barbecues and stuff like that. That's great. If you please check out Mr. Lunacy, Al Lunacy Kuhn. Great channel. I mean, he's a natural. Let's put it that way. Really enjoy it. Everybody saying hello. Yeah, I only got 6 people in, but like I said, I just wanted to jump up, trying to get some watch hours on this channel here. Like I said earlier, things have changed. So what I've been doing is I've been doing podcasts. I've been putting them on podcasts, and that's how I'm getting a lot of the subscribers and stuff. But then it doesn't go with the watch hours from one to the other on there for some odd reason. I don't know why, but I'm just gonna keep on going till I can't no more, and that's that. So, what I'm gonna do? Let's see how I'm gonna do this. I gotta go over to YouTube side. Let me get up here and see if I can get this thing pulled up real quick. Oh, Al's live too. That's funny. Let me see, YouTube Studio. I'm going to go to dashboard. Nope. All goofed up. Anyway. So, let's see, I thought. Chatting back and forth. Listen to this guy. Check it out. Wow. There was a thing I seen on the news where in a couple states they seen this, like, it looked like a shooting star or whatever it was during the day. And you know, out here, we're not that far from Area 51, and there's a lot of strange stuff that goes on out that way. Completely crazy. Let me see here. Add a camera, invite a guest. Copy the link. And I'm gonna go over here. On YouTube. What am I got going here? Just trying to move things around here real quick. Into the chat. Paste. Okay. This out of here. Anybody want to pop up over on YouTube side? There is the. Okay, there we go. Let's see what happens. Thanks, MBO. I appreciate that. There again. Great channel. Great channel. Go back over here. See what I missed. Okay. Back there. Oh, are you kidding now? Unbelievable. This I could before I was on. Anybody know Greg? I can't remember the name of his channel, but he's up in Canada. He does a lot of barbecue. He's got a lot of great barbecue equipment. And I told him earlier. I said, you know what? This is what this is all about. I mean, if we don't look out for one another, then there's no meaning behind it. One person better than the other person? Absolutely not. Everybody comes at this with different angles and stuff like that. And I don't watch regular TV. I watch YouTube. That's exactly what I do. And I don't know everything. And I'll watch a couple different channels, learn something. Watch a couple channels to relax, kick back on. And yeah. That's basically how I like to relax through the night. Watching. There's a guy. Grumpus turned me on to this guy. He cooks in a brick oven, an outside brick oven. Really quiet, mellow, the whole bit. You know, he cooks his stuff, puts it out, and just the way he does it, you know, that's what he does. You know what I need to do is working by myself here. I'm having a hard time. MBL, can you help me out here? Can you hanging out with Jen? She's trying to grow her channel, and if you can find it, and pop it up for me, please. I appreciate that very much. Is everybody? I'm gonna go on the other side here. I tell you what, it's not easy because it changes every day, Jen. It really does. There's all different types of things to do and all that. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, I've been doing this on the keto side. I think that's going on 5 or 6 years that I started it, and it's still a work in progress. I mean, really, really, really hard to get it right because there are people out there, Jen, that'll turn around, and if you don't catch them within the first 3 seconds, they're gone. All right. So persistence. You got to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going with it, and basically that's how you momentum. I mean, there's guys out there. I told a story a week or two ago. Out here next to South Point on Las Vegas Boulevard, I-15 and Las Vegas Boulevard is a place called the South Point. Actually, it's one of my go-to casinos. One guy owns it, and it's ran well. Okay, but he had some property on the side there where they normally have like a rodeo there or whatever. Okay, well, they put up this big, huge tent, all these different piping, and it looked like a Quonset hut type of thing. And the bottom line was, everybody saying, "Oh, what's going on there? What do they have in there?" Whatever. It was Mr. Beast. Okay, and you would see people on Las Vegas Boulevard, even on 15, stopping and taking pictures of this once that word got out. He went in there and he did a shoot. I don't know what he did, okay, what it was about, all right? And it was up it took him 2 weeks to put it up. It was up for maybe a week, and now they're taking it back down again. So I'm saying, yeah, wow, that kind of money. He's got another thing going on right now where he turns around and told some one of his friends if he loses 100 pounds within a year, but he had to stay in his compound, he'll give him $250,000. I said, boy, I'd be a shoo-in with that one. Unbelievable. There it is right there. Everybody, please check her out. Okay, she needs some subscribers and stuff to get it off the ground. Really good. And MBL is like phenomenal, okay, with this stuff. Picking this stuff up. Another great supporter. Consider him a friend. There again, so. I do long form. A few days later, I make a short. And long form using the remix feature. Yeah. On the YouTube app. That will get your... Yeah, you know what? And Al, in the beginning, when I first started, I kept most of my shorts, okay? I mean, it was banging them out left and right. I mean, I was getting 2,000, 3,000. I had bok choy and egg life wraps in chicken soup. That got 163,000. Matter of fact, it's on its way to 164,000 for a short. Until I got monetized, and shorts just dropped right the hell off. So you got to do what works for you. Al is a natural with intros and captures your wow. What's he gonna do next? Okay, and it just keeps on going like that. I watch Al all the time. A lot of times I won't comment because I'm watching on my TV, and I don't know, half the time I can't find my phone. So that's big. But Al knows, where I'm at, with him and stuff like that, because that's how you do it. The camaraderie. I want to see other people do better. Okay, everybody wants to be 100,000 or a million, whatever like that. Is it feasible? Is it possible? Stop and think how many people are on YouTube doing it. So if you generally do check something that goes viral, okay, the next time you put up like I just said before, 163,000, okay, on a short. I have another short where I'm throwing beef shanks into my cast iron. That's still going, okay. I think it's up maybe close to 60 or 70,000 for a short, okay. But here's what happens: the next time you put up a video, the markers you got in order to get the right algorithm or get the right count that you need, okay, you have to do better than that, and that's really hard to do, even with videos. One day you can put up a video with no effort. Within first 15-20 minutes you have 200 views, okay. Another day, put up what you think might be a better video. It might take you 2 weeks to get to 200. I mean, that's how crazy it is. But I love it. I mean, I'm not stopping no time soon. So, matter of fact, I just had a, we're talking about, we're getting closer to the end than we are, to the beginning. So me and Marie, I always try to joke around with it because, we're going to start making arrangements or what's going to happen. One goes or the other one don't go, whatever. Okay. So I told her, I said, you know what? There's a barbecue joint that we go to, and I said, hey, here's what I want you to do with me, Marie. You call that Rap Bassett up. You tell him to get about 50 or 60 briskets, get a couple Boston butts, get some sausage, okay? And get that thing ready because I want to get cooked. I want to get cremated at that barbecue joint, all right? My family, everybody I know loves good barbecue. I'm going to provide the heat. And we go on from there. So that's my warped sense of humor right there. Yeah, he does. Al does giveaways and stuff like that. Um, yeah, I mean got a great channel. I'm surprised that he doesn't have more subscribers than what he has. That's a fact. Okay, just he went and did like a sausage factory and stuff like that. That kind of stuff. I don't know if any of you know Al Weisselberger. What is it called? Behind the meat or something, or behind the queue, and the other one is Eat More Vegans. Okay, that's what Al's is reminding me of, and I think he gets into it a little bit more. What do you call it? Al Lunacy. So check it out. There's certain people that I can see that I know for a fact are going to take off, and that's what it's all about. Hey, it's nothing better to turn around and say, hey, watch this guy. He's gonna do well. He's gonna take off. Yeah, I mean it's just yeah. I mean that Al what is it behind the? I forget what it's called, but I watch him. Me and Al talk back and forth all the time, and he gets into it with different places in Texas and stuff like that. And I told him, I said, you know what, Al, a little bit more than Texas, okay? Start going to different places and stuff like that. Because, I mean, when I lived in North Carolina, you talk about bringing out the swords, all right? Eastern North Carolina barbecue, Central North Carolina barbecue. Then you got the Western part. I mean, and it's all about the sauces and how they do it. So, I mean, I've been doing this a long time with food and stuff like that, and you can really get into it with, especially with barbecue. All right. Now I have my thing is coming from the restaurant business, and I know for a fact that doing briskets and stuff like that, all the trimming and everything like that, it's basically for competition. Okay. If you worked for me in a restaurant and I seen you trimming anything off that brisket, you're out of here. Get out, because that's all money. You're paying for that fat, so either we would render it down, use make tallow back in the day, or that was when we get done after we'd slow cook it. Okay, I had these things called alto shams that they would cook. We would cook it at like 240 and hold it at 160. Okay, and we'd take them out, and that's how I did my prime ribs, the same identical way. So I'd have 4 cabinets like that. And when I would do the next day for lunch, and what we would do is we would take that brisket out. Now, and I'm not talking about barbecue. This is just flat out brisket. And then I would do is take that fat right off, and then get sliced up, and that would be for a lunch. I think we got $5.95 or $5.50 or something like that for a brisket lunch. Okay, and but I know that it's mostly for competitions and stuff like that, with trimming it all, making it round. But you got some people out there thinking that's exactly how you have to do it. So everybody has a different opinion on it. You know what I mean? Soak the chips. Don't soak the chips. I mean, there's a whole bunch. You can get lost into it, and you can actually get into arguments over it. It's not worth it. I mean, it's just, What makes them? Yeah, I mean, I would cook it fat side up and let it render down on top of them. I had another one we would used to hang the ribs, okay, inside this box. In the bottom where the element was, okay, I would take wood chips, put them in because we would cook these overnight, okay, in the restaurant. All the prime rib, everything. Actually, it would take almost close to 12 hours to do the prime rib, but it would cook it and hold it, is what I'm saying. Yeah, so it was quite the thing. Plus, and then I started doing because it was a seafood restaurant also, and then I tried my hand with doing a little bit of a smoking lobster. That didn't go over too well. People didn't. People are funny. That's why in the restaurant business you got to be real careful about seasoning. Okay, seasoning meat like that can make you or break you. All right. That's why salt, pepper. That's why I do my Tommy spice. Anybody who follows my channel, okay, it is either kosher salt or sea salt, whatever I can find to get at the time, and that's granulated. Also granulated pepper, granulated onion, and granulated garlic. I don't use powders because powders has a tendency to clump. All right, when you put this on there and you mix it, you put it on there, it'll clump up, especially if you put it in heat and everything. So what I do is I normally just sprinkle that on there. On the prime rib, I would take the 109s, I'd take them out of the netting, open up the fat cap, and that's where I would season everything. Not crazy, just enough to give it that flavor. Put it back on again, put it back in the net, and they would go to town. Like I was saying before, same thing with the ribs. We sold a ton of ribs. Matter of fact, we did a rib, and we did ribs, tails, and claws. Okay, not the body. So what we would do is we would take a smaller lobster, okay, and take the claws off, bang them up a little bit, and then split the tail and put that on with the ribs. And that was a whole rack of ribs we do back then. I think we got like $7 or $8.95. From back then, the prices were really well. But that's I'm not there again. I'm not saying to anybody how they're supposed to do it or whatever, or that's right or that's wrong. Like I said, I'm still learning with stuff there, and I'm going, I'm up there. So that's why I like to watch all the different types of channels. I like the smaller channels because they're trying harder. I might have to. I still do. Arm in the way with the camera and all these different movements and stuff like that, or real fast. You'll learn. Believe me, you're going to learn. Lighting is a big thing. Audio was a big thing for me. So it's it's not easy. But let's see. I like to see. Yeah. I think we went to this one place here. Matter of fact, I did a review. Not a review one. I just showed it. Put it up there because they gave me like 20% off. Okay. To go in for dinner and do their stuff. So we go in earlier. We'll go in between lunch and dinner. That's where you usually catch a restaurant, sometimes with their pants down, okay? Because they're in between. It might be changing shifts or whatever. And to keep the quality of the menu, that's a big thing. So we would go into this place, and at first time we went, I think we were served something that might have been a little older, because the smoky taste was too much. It was way too much. So, but then we went back again, and I did the video, and I showed them about it and everything like that. And there again, I don't go in and who the hell am I to go in and judge? Okay, I've been doing this 30 years, but who the hell am I to go in and tell somebody how else to do it? Because I didn't like it. That's not up to me. That's up to your paying customers to say, we're going to come back, or we're not going to come back. So for somebody to go in and judge somebody, well, this place sucked because they didn't have this, they didn't have that. You're not doing that. First of all, you don't know what you're doing, because you don't know what's behind that restaurant, and what's behind the money, what their food cost is. All right, that's a big to do. So I appreciate that, NBL. Yeah. So not to windbag too much or anything like that, but next week's my grandson's birthday. He's going to be 23, and I think we're going to do a doing a little grilling and stuff like that. I was gonna do a, I was gonna actually was gonna do a brisket. Went to the store the other day and it was a full packer and it looked like it had a lot of fat on it. Okay, that's really hard to tell also, but they wanted $120 for it. I ain't paying $120 for it. So nowadays you got to really be picky with your meat. Even the alternatives now. Now today I did a shoulder, but I did like a kebab on Fire Cook Eat Repeat for people to name it. But to do to do a brisket at that kind of money, with paying for a lot of that fat, not going to do it. Even chuck rolls, the full chuck, the whole clod is expensive. Really is. So and the only time they lowered the prices is when it's getting past the sell by date. So you got to actually bring it home, break it down real fast to get it and get it into the freezer. And then sometimes I've done that before and it was bad. But this place I go to, they take it back. Let's see here. Yeah, no, and I get that, Jim, because now this one place we went to. Here's how I judge a place like that. They did turkey. Turkey's very finicky to do. It can either be not cooked enough to where it's rubbery, or overcooked. I mean, over smoked. All right, where it's got a lot of smoke flavor to it, taste, and it's dry as hell. This place was like. It's called Texas Bees. It's called. I don't know if it's a. I don't think it's a chain. But a lot of people that moved out here from Texas ragged on it. Nah, this is not Texas and stuff like that. Well, you're not in Texas. You're in Las Vegas. So anything can fly out here. But the turkey was right on the money. I mean, I even went back and ordered some more because and there again, okay, I'm a beef guy. I'm not too. I had my fill with poultry. Chicken, this and that. It was excellent, really good. They make their own sausage there also, so the smoked sausage was really good. One other thing they make here, which is big here on close to the West Coast, on the West Coast, they did tri-tip. All right, and I'm telling you, they smoked that tri-tip, the beautiful ring on it. Okay, which to me doesn't mean anything, but it was perfect, juicy. Now, tri-tip is not a lot of fat on it. So that's kind of tricky to do on a long cook like that and smoked. The brisket was good. I think we caught the brisket, like I said, in between shifts, whatever. It was a little bit of dry. One or two pieces were a little bit of dry. The ribs were to die for. I mean, ribs were really good. I like the ribs to have a little bit of a bite, not really fall off the bone, but have a little bit of a bite, but also be kind of tender. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it no matter what goes on. So, let's see. We got going here. Okay. I'm going to be up just for a little bit longer. Let's see. What's temperature right now is 101, so it dropped 8 degrees. Now, tonight's supposed to be down into the 70s, so, and then back tomorrow morning. It was funny. I knew it was going to be really hot just the way the day started out. 8:30 this morning, it was 101, the same temperature it is right now. So it's really hard to plan your days out here, or what to do. There again, I was planning on doing some balcony cooking and with the monument, and fire up my smoker. I have an electric smoker, but I'm not gonna in and out of the house all day long, especially when it's 109, 110 degrees. That is crazy. Complete craziness. Let's see what else is going on here. Okay. You know what? Let's see here. Jen, I'm going to add you as a moderator. I'm going to put you on there. Miss Lunacy, I'm going to put you on. Al might not be in it anymore. But I'm going to put him on anyway. Standard. NBL's been a moderator for a long time with me. That's it. Jen. Let me see. So, is anybody traveling for the 4th? I don't know what's going on, but I tell you one thing: I'm real worried about flying again. I'm not a. I'm afraid of heights when I step up on a stoop. So that's a little kind of crazy. So. All right, everybody. I tell you what. I think I'm going to pull the plug on this. I really do appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much for the support, NBL. Thank you. I can't thank you enough for your help, for your support. Thank you so much, Jen. Thank you so much. And if you will, please hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you check out Jen's channel. Okay, hanging out with Jen. Let's see, and check out Mr. Lunacy. His channel is great. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Have a great night. Have a great week. And I'll catch you next time. Thank you so much.